Hello, folks. This is Primetime James Thomas coming at you with another video. And tonight, I want to talk about tonight's events that's happened on Monday Night Raw. Literally just went off the air an hour ago. And then I just want to say that, first off, I thought tonight was a solid show. I liked tonight's show. I thought it was a very storyline-driven show. Definitely progressed some storylines about it. And the biggest thing that happened tonight was, of course, the return of fan favorite Rhea Ripley. Yes, Mami is back. Yes, indeed. Tonight was Rhea Ripley's a long-awaited return, and I like how they did it. Was it predictable? Did they throw hints all throughout the show? Absolutely. But I thought the payoff was really, really good. And this is Dominick got some explaining to do, man. He has got some serious explaining to do, because talk about being caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Because Dom was caught he's been in a couple compromising positions with Liv Morgan over the past few weeks, not just tonight, but the past couple of weeks. Now what happened tonight was the main event was Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Dominick Mysterio and Liv Morgan. And all night long, Dominick is trying to tell Liv, I don't want to do this match with you. The only thing I don't want to do this. I don't need to do this. The only reason why I'm going to go through with this is because I want to beat my deadbeat dad. So I love the fact they're keeping that continuity going between Rey and Dominick. And one of the situations that Dom was in that was very, very compromising was Dominick is in the Judgment Day locker room playing video games. Well, first of all, Dominick, he's fighting it, man. He has been fighting it when it comes to Liv Morgan. Credit to him, man, because Liv is throwing it at him, and he's fighting it, but week after week, you can tell she's breaking through. Like she keeps calling him daddy and all that stuff, saying I'm gonna help you become the daddy of the Mysterio family and all that stuff, saying she wants to meet Dominick in his locker room to talk strategy and whatnot. Take that however it is you want it. So Dominick is in the locker room trying to play video games. He's not really trying to get involved with Liv Morgan. And there's literally a point where Liv Morgan is telling Dominick, "Oh, you seem tense. You seem really tense. Let me help you stretch whatsoever." And keep in mind, Liv is like cornering him. And she pretty much pushes him onto the couch. And then she got one of Dom's legs on her. So he got one of Dom's legs in the air, right? Like she's on top of him with one of Dominick's legs in the air, right? And Dominick, he's trying to fight it off. But then Dom was like, actually, shit, that actually feels kind of good. You know what I'm saying? And then while this is happening, Damian Priest, Carlito, Finn, and JD McDonough are watching and whatsoever, and Damian Priest, he's like, "Yo, man, you need to handle this, bro. Like you said you was gonna handle it. This keeps getting worse. She keeps hanging around you." And Dominick was like, "Dude, you starting to act like my dad." And Damian was like, "No, dude, I'm starting to see what your dad had to deal with after all these years." And Dominick, once again, as usual, he said he's going to fix this. He's going to fix this. And Damian Priest tonight was pretty much hinting all throughout the show that Rhea was coming back. Because he's in the locker room with the Judgment Day, and they asked him, like, "Well, what'd you need to talk to us about?" And Damian was like, "You know what? Don't worry about it. Dominick's going to find out soon enough." And it harkens back to the segment that Damian Priest had with Seth Rollins, which I'll get to that in a second. But after he gets to talking to Seth Rollins, he's answering the phone call and he's asking, hey, what's up? Like, where you at? Like, when you gonna get here whatsoever? So they were throwing it out there, throwing little hints that, well, Rhea's coming back tonight. And then we get the tag team match whatsoever. It was a solid tag team match. And ultimately, Liv helps Dominic defeat Rey Mysterio. And I think Michael Cole said this is the first time Dominic has defeated Rey since their whole feud has started. So Liv helped Dom defeat the one person in the world that he hates, and that is his father. So Dominic hyped, like he finally defeated Rey Mysterio. So he hyped, right? And he goes to hug Liv. But then, and he did hug Liv, but then he like shoved her away because it just hit him, what he just did. And of course, this gives Liv that's all Liv needed right there. She jumps on Dominic and she makes Dominic fall on top of her. They're in the middle of the ring, folks, and Dominic is on top of Liv, right? And Dominic's trying to fight it off, but it honestly looked like Dominic was about to give in. He was about to give in, man. He's looking at Liv's eyes, he's breathing heavy, and he's inching closer. Like, he's inching in closer. He looked like he was gonna finally break. But then Liv's worst nightmare comes true. Rhea Ripley returns. And she got a real crazy pop. And Rhea Ripley returns and she is pissed. She's walking down the ring with a purpose. And Liv Morgan, she ran out that ring so goddamn fast, man. She bolted the second she saw Rhea Ripley. And then Dominic, he was like, hey, what's up, Mami? Hey, I'm happy that you back. Yada yada. He couldn't even really look at Rhea. He couldn't even look at her. And then Rhea picked her, touched this chin and picked his head up and was saying, like, look at me, what the hell's going on here? Yada yada yada. He tried to go for a hug, and then Rhea kind of pushes him away whatsoever. Unfortunately, the USA, cut the time, but apparently there was more to it where Dominic was trying to explain, but Rhea ain't hearing it. And then Rhea's like walking away, and Dominic keeps trying to get in front of Rhea to explain. Then Rhea like shoves him out the way. And this now means that Rhea's gonna try to kill Liv. Rhea's gonna try to kill Liv, but something very interesting happened. WWE released a short where Rhea is peeking through the curtain, like watching Rhea, scream at Dom, and Liv is smiling. She is smiling. And that's why I said, folks, all this time, this is all a part of the plan. You see, I've said this. Liv doesn't give a damn about Dom. She doesn't care about Dom. All she cares about is breaking Rhea mentally. That's what she cares about. And it looks like that the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is still going, and Rhea doesn't even realize it yet. Which is why I think when we get to the SummerSlam match, if Rhea's cleared, we still don't know if she's cleared yet, but if she's cleared, that's where I feel Dominic is going to turn on Rhea. Because let's think about this, folks. From Dominic's perspective, Liv has shown Dom more love and affection within these past couple weeks than really Rhea Ripley has. I mean, Liv helped Dominic finally defeat Rey Mysterio, gave the Judgment Day the tag belts, the club, the Judgment Day, they cool with Liv. And I'm pretty sure, Dominic kind of looks at Liv like, oh, she actually really, like, she fucks with me. Like she really digs me. You know what I'm saying? And I could see Dom being that stupid to where he actually does fall in love with Liv. And once we get to SummerSlam, Dom's going to turn on Rhea. Dom's going to turn on Rhea. And that's why I believe once he does turn on Rhea, Liv will turn on Dom. I think that's what's going to happen. But all in all, though, it's great to see Rhea Ripley back on television. Raw definitely missed her, and she's going to be a welcome addition to Monday Night Raw. And this storyline just continues to keep getting better. Like this Rhea Ripley, Dominic, and Liv love triangle is one of the best things going in WWE television right now. It's been really, really fun. Liv Morgan has been great in this role. Dominic has been great in this role. And granted, Dominic has not kicked Liv to the curb, but can you say he was about to fold. He was about to kiss Liv. So we don't know if he's the innocent one in this whole situation. But I'm definitely looking forward to see how will Dominic make it up to Rhea after being caught in a very compromising position. So you had that. Then you also had the development between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Raw started out with CM Punk. Great promo by CM Punk. And the theme of his promo was actions have consequences. And he was pretty much explaining to Drew that your actions will have consequences, and I am your consequence. You was praying for my downfall. You was praying that I get hurt. And what was your consequence? I cost you the heavyweight championship in 5 minutes. You attacked me in Chicago. So I came to attack you and stop you from winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And he said, as long as I got a breath in my lungs, I'm going to make sure you're never going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. And you know what? I'm not done with you. I want to fight you, Drew. I want you, Drew. But unfortunately, because you're so stupid, you got yourself suspended. So he's asking Adam Pearce to lift Drew McIntyre's suspension. Now, Drew McIntyre got suspended because at the Money in the Bank press conference, well, not the press conference, but at the post show, he attacked a couple officials. I think he attacked Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce suspended him for attacking him. And Drew McIntyre didn't make things any better when he called him like a bald-headed bitch on Twitter. Drew on Twitter is amazing. So he's asking Adam Pearce, lift the suspension. I want to fight him. And then Seth Rollins comes out. And I thought this segment between Punk and Seth was really good. Really good here. Seth Rollins comes out while CM Punk walks out onto the announcer table. He puts the announcement set on. He's making fun of Seth's entrance, how he takes so long to do it whatsoever. And Seth Rollins says, first he tells Punk, oh, now you want to sit on the sidelines? Come on, let's get in the ring. Let's have a talk. Let's have a conversation. Or are you too afraid I'm going to whoop your ass? And then Seth and CM Punk laughs it off, walks into the ring, but he tells Seth, us, all right, I'm going to get in this ring, but I'm going to warn you. Last time we was in this ring together, I said you had one shot to say what you ever want to say to me. You had one shot, free shot. So if I'm you, I would watch what I would say. And Seth goes on this promo rant, saying that, how you think everything revolves around you. You say actions have consequences, but it's funny how that only matters to everybody around you, but not to you, CM Punk, or whatsoever. He said, you keep getting into my business. And I told you, I was going to let everything about you slide until you once again got in my business. And then CM Punk was like, no, I was taking care of business. You see, you should understand, okay, being a father, he brought up Rue, which kind of made Seth go, hey, watch it now. But he said, but you should understand this. He took a bracelet that has my wife and my dog's name on it. This is personal. You should understand this. And Punk tries to apologize to Seth. He tries to apologize. It took him a while to get there, but he tries to apologize, and he did. But because it's Seth Rollins, and it's because CM Punk can't stand Seth Rollins either, he's like, I am sorry, but because it's you, I'm not really that sorry, right? And then Seth Rollins pretty much tells him, you know what? This, I'm paraphrasing, but you know what? All right, this is how you want to play it? All right, cool, let's play it. You took my chance from being the World Heavyweight Champion from me. You took the most important thing I want in this world from me. So I'm going to take the most important thing that you want away from you. He says that you want to fight Drew McIntyre. Well, I'm going to make sure that never happens. Anytime you think about fighting Drew McIntyre, I'm going to make sure that never happens. And he warns Punk. He says, I'm going to wait till you're cleared. And when you are cleared, I'm going to break your arm and put you back on the shelf. And then it comes back full circle where Seth says, actions has consequences. I thought this was great. I thought this was a great segment between the two. And the reason why Seth and CM Punk, anytime they're in a promo battle together, it just makes some good TV because you just feel the tension. You just feel that these two don't really care for one another like that. Now, of course, it's not on, Brett and Shawn level, obviously, but you can tell that they aren't really exactly cool. They're cool enough to, work together, but you can tell that there's some genuine dislike there. And that's what makes, when they're on screen together, it makes it so good. And this was another great segment between the two. And if anything, this makes me more excited to see the eventual feud between Punk and Seth. Because like I said before, WrestleMania was supposed to be Punk and Seth, but Punk got hurt. So I'm really interested to see Seth Rollins' involvement in this. And of course, Seth Rollins, we see him again talking to Damian Priest, where he pretty much tells Damian Priest, look, I'm a man of my word. I ain't gonna challenge you for the belt because you was a man of your word. You made sure the Judgment Day didn't get involved, and they didn't, and I respect that. And Damian Priest tells Seth that, listen, I respect that, but throw that gentleman agreement out the way. Once I get through with Gunther, you can have another shot at the title. So planting another seed that Damian Priest's babyface turn is on the horizon because he's doing the honorable thing. So, I said again, CM Punk runs into Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce, says that, that listen, man, you and Drew were going crazy out here. Drew attacking officials, you just randomly showing up and causing havoc with Drew. Adam Pearce is stressed out, understandably so. But he says that he's going to invite Drew McIntyre to Raw next week, to give his piece. But in order for that to happen, you can't be in the building. You cannot be there next week. And CM Punk promises, I'm cool. I ain't gonna be there. So I love the fact they're doing a great job trying to keep these two separate for a little bit. Because if these two just wind up fighting every week, it would get old really quick. So once we get closer to SummerSlam, I expect it to be more on that on-site level. But I fully expect Drew to go batshit fucking crazy on CM Punk, to be even more disrespectful than he already has been, causing CM Punk to be even more disrespectful than he already has been. And I'm intrigued to see Seth's involvement into this, because let's be honest, CM Punk has pretty much been beefing with Seth and Drew since November. Since Punk walked in the door, he's been pretty much beefing with those two. And to see it still going on for now, again, some good long-term storytelling. But yeah, I thought some really good stuff tonight between Punk and Seth Rollins tonight. And last thing I want to talk about is the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six, little tidbit tonight where Jey Uso defeated Chad Gable. Jey Uso was funny as hell. As soon as the Wyatt Six music came on, there's been the running joke on Twitter that anytime Jey Uso hears that music, he dips. He be out of there, and he was again. But he had to get one good yeet after he defeated Chad Gable, and then that man booked it. It reminded me of a scary movie when that black boy was like, "White folks, we getting the fuck out of here! Like, come on, let's go, motherfucker!" Like, that's what Jey Uso reminded me of. And we get that music, that Y6 music, and Nikki Cross shows up and scares the hell out of Chad Gable and gives Pat McAfee another videotape. And this videotape is pretty much Bo Dallas pretty much saying that he's found, the people that felt like they were forgotten. They're happy that they're now being remembered, and he's pretty much unleashing his family. Then we can actually get some reveals of who is who behind each mask. We learned that that the rabbit is Eric Rowan, which we all thought so. The buzzard was Samuel Shaw or Dexter Loomis. I'm sorry. And then the guy in that gas mask is Joe Gacy, and everybody knows that the creepy ghostly girl is Nikki Cross. Everybody knows it. So I like the fact that they finally showed who was who behind the mask. And Chad Gable, he's pretty much like telling Adam Pearce, like, I need some protection. I need some help. These Y6 motherfuckers, they're coming after me, right? And Adam Pearce is like, listen, I got a lot on my plate right now, but obviously the Y6 is after you. But have you ever thought about why? Why you specifically? He pretty much told that Chad Gable, dude, you're on your own. You are on your own. And Chad Gable, I saw Chad Gable in a backstage talking to the Creed brothers. Looks like he's gonna be looks like we may be getting a Wyatt 6 versus the new Alpha Academy. How do y'all feel about that? The Wyatt 6's first feud will be the new Alpha Academy of Chad Gable, Ivy Nile, and the Creed brothers. How do you guys feel about that? But very interesting enough, Adam Pearce walks into his locker room and we see Bo Dallas sitting there. We see Bo Dallas sitting, and that's it. So what was Bo Dallas doing in Adam Pearce's office? Very interesting stuff there. But yeah, like I said, I thought Monday Night Raw was solid for the most part. Very entertaining show. And I'm intrigued to see where they go next week with it. But yeah, folks, let me know your guys' thoughts about Monday Night Raw. How'd you guys feel about Monday Night Raw from tonight? Hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully everyone have yourselves a great week. And I will talk to y'all later. And I am Primetime Daytime for Primetime Collective, and I am out. Peace.